Greetings, so welcome back to Perfect Androgyny. I am Dorei. As you may know or may not know, I didn't really announce that I left, but you know, I said I was leaving. But I talked to Joseph and decided not to leave. I wasn't really sure on what I wanted to do or not, so yeah, but I decided to stay. I thought it would be a good thing to stay, So this week we're talking about religion, and the theme is kind of like deities and gods and all this kind of stuff. So I've gone with like this Jesus look. Originally I was gonna like nail myself to a cross and have like stigmata and blood and like all that crazy stuff. But other than the fact that it would be really controversial and people would probably get upset about it, I didn't really have all the supplies to do it. So I went for the more happy Jesus, where he like helped blind people and healed sick people or whatever. I attempted to make a crown. This is actually out of sticks that I made myself, and I put a couple of flowers in it because I thought like, happy Jesus, like flowers, so. Now there was a couple of things that Joseph actually pointed out that I would like to kind of reiterate and discuss. He pointed out religion and belief and the differences. This is something that I find so important. Religion and belief are completely different things. Religion is like organized religion. It's a structure. It has rules and guidelines and, you know, the Bible. And belief is like self-belief, like things that you believe in, like spirituality and you know, just personal belief. So I think something that, you know, that's something that people get mixed up with a lot, and I think it's so integral to separate God and spirituality with religion, because they are completely different things. I feel like I was going to go somewhere with that, but I didn't. Organized religion honestly doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't understand how a group of people have decided that, you know, this is what God says and this is what God is like wants us to do, and then there's like this huge book that is literally how people live their lives by, and people are controlled by this book and this, you know, these group of organized religions. There are so many different religions, and a lot of them go back to the same thing and have similar stories, but to me, like, it's a huge fairy tale. It's just, I feel like religion is what people believe in, what people want to believe in, so because they're scared of what's going to happen after, in like the afterlife, what happens when they die, because, you know, our lives aren't very long and people are scared that once we die, like, what's going to happen. And then I also believe like Satan is, Satan. I mean, it doesn't really make sense that like bad people are sent to hell. Why are bad people sent to hell? I mean, if Satan is this chaotic, malice-seeking person or creature, spirit, whatever you want to call it, why are people sent to Satan? Wouldn't Satan praise people like Hitler and Saddam Hussein and people who kill other people? Wouldn't he like want to create this massive army of like evil beings? Like, it doesn't make sense to me that evil people would be sent to hell to be tortured by Satan. Why would Satan torture these people? And then like, is there like some sort of deal with God and Satan? Like, okay, so we have a list, like, you know, you come to the gate once you die, and if they're bad, I'll send them to you, but like, if they're good, they can stay here. Like, what's the go? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me at all. It literally sounds like a made up fairy tale, and I honestly don't understand how people believe in it. I feel like people have been brainwashed their whole lives to believe religion, and I just think it's ridiculous. I feel like people need to open their mind into bigger and better things. I mean, we're living in this world now. I'm not wasting my entire life thinking about religion and what's going to happen to me the next life. If I die of cancer or something, like, I'm gonna die of cancer. Like, I'm not worried about the next life. I'm worried about this life and living this life now. Like, what's the point of letting something ruin my life if, like, it's gonna ruin my life, really? I feel like it's just a big waste of time. I feel like a lot of people get religion and spirituality confused. I mean, you can believe in God or be spiritual, but you don't have to be religious to do that. I don't really believe in being a part of an organised religion. I think it's a waste of time. I think it's silly following, you know, a rule book. I think it's silly to be dictated by a bunch of people who are probably full of shit. I feel like people like the Pope, I think that's just crap. Like, he has a fucking golden throne and like wears the ruby slippers from the Wizard of Oz. Like, like religion there is so much money involved in religion. There are a lot of companies that are owned by major religions like Mormons and Christianity, or Christian religions like the Catholic Church. They actually own a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of funding that goes into certain laws, like, you know, going against gay marriage and stuff like that. There's a lot of funding that is involved with religion. So I think it's all very sneaky, and it's all very snaky, very serpenty. But yeah, I think the world is literally run by religion, and I don't like it at all. I think it's really wrong. So yes, that's my view on religion. Feel free to discuss in the comments. I'm hoping this week isn't too controversial. I'm not really sure what everyone else this week is going to have to say, but hopefully mine wasn't too controversial. It's all just my opinion, really. Like, if other people want to be religious, that's completely up to them. I respect that. You know, all to ya, whatevs. I think everyone has their own right to do whatever they want and to believe in what they want. I mean, it's not really a free world, but should be. Also, if you're wondering, like on my neck somewhere there's a yellow patch. I had like 3 needles jabbed into my neck because of that huge lump. If you saw my personal channel, I had a big lump on my neck. I'm kind of recovered now. I was really sick. That also had a bit of partaking, is that a word? Partaking into why I was leaving PA. I was just a huge mess. But yes, I'm all healed now, so thank Jesus. I'll see you next week. Bye.